Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, June 18th, and today we will cover the trades for YieldMax funds, TSLY, CONY, NVDA, MSTY, SMCI, and PLTY. Thank you for confirming, brother. Always rely on you. Today is also declaration date. I don't typically go live on declaration date. Normally I'm in the office, but today I'm not, so it's a special day, and they will probably declare while I'm live, so I may cover that towards the end. So if you guys, when you guys see that information out, please let me know ASAP, and I will cover it live. At least that's the plan, but we'll see how it goes. And since today's declaration date, real quick, I could just show you the distribution schedule. As you know, Group B declares today. Today is what, June 18th, right? So we go here. Obviously, the website shows, yep, declaration date June 18th. However, tomorrow is a holiday for the stock market. So ex-dividend date is not tomorrow. It's going to be Friday, June 20th, and then you will get paid on the Monday, June 23rd. So wah, wah, wah. All right. Anyway, let's get to it. Who had trades yesterday? TSLY had trades. Let's scroll down here. Who else? Who else? Anyone? MSTY, of course, had a decent amount of trades. PLTY. I thought I saw SMCY. Did I just pass them? Yeah, SMCY suckers also had a trade. So let's go to MSTY real quick. I got a super zoom on this file. Hopefully you guys can see it pretty well. Also have a coffee heater thing, and I can drink coffee the whole time. I don't know if this thing works, but we'll find out, I guess. So what did MSTY do yesterday? They did a lot of different stuff. Obviously, we'll cover it mostly on the file, but they closed out some positions. They added some to the synthetic, new money coming in, blah, 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 blah. A lot of the trades, though, that they did open, or most of them, or all of them, were for next week. So let's go take a look at the file real quick. So here is the file where we track MSTY. Again, I always need to consider that people are new to the channel because I do get new subscribers. So I'm trying to be, patient, obviously, with all types of viewers. So if I ever go too fast, you guys have to let me know in the comments, and I will cover what I need to the following day. All right. Anyway, so this is the synthetic 370. They have two synthetics that have a 370 strike. One expires on July 18th, which is this one, and the other one expires July 11th. The one that expires July 18th, they added to yesterday, right? If you go to the trade download, that was at the top, right? The 1500. So they added 1,500 contracts, buying a call and selling a put. They added that to the synthetic, okay? So here you see the price they paid for the call, the credit they got for the put, and they added to that synthetic position, creating it, pretty large position, 83,420x now. Now, the other 370, it's just chilling. It doesn't get any love, right? It just hits your all by myself, right? It's only got 8,350 contracts. Just chilling, I'll just sit in the corner by myself. It's all right. And then you got a synthetic 380. How you doing? Well, not that great. They also expired July 18th. MSTR obviously went a little down yesterday under this 380 position, but it's all good, man. It's all good. All right, so speaking of MSTR, how did it do yesterday? Yesterday was the 17th, so we go over here. Where is it? Yep, right there. MSTR went down 1.85%. MSTY did not go down as much. It went down 1.33%, so I guess it's okay. IV change, it went from 52.34 down to 50.24%. Being yesterday, of course. And if you look today, it's actually up again to 51.13%. So that's pretty good. I like that. All right, so let's scroll to the toppity doodah and see what happened after I take a sip of my hopefully hot coffee. Have it on the highest setting. You guys ever use one of these mug heater things? Seems like a fire hazard, probably. Anyway, let's keep moving here. Let's scroll over. There you go. All right. So what they did yesterday is they closed a bunch of trades. All right. So let's keep in mind too, what is the price of MSTR, right? What is the price yesterday? It closed at 375.18. All right. So we have to remember that. So here, forget this for now. This is the buy call, right? These are the sell calls, right? Because we got a credit in green. They closed the 400, and the 400, it only cost 77 cents to close. But look how much they got in credit to open it, 433 per share. So if you scroll over here, again, the credit that they got on this one trade here, the 2,000 contracts, was 866,000. The debit that they had to pay, again, they had to pay to close it. It's a little early, right? A little early in the week. So they had to pay a little more because time value left over. So they paid 154,000. But in the end, it was an overall credit, or we'll call it a win-win, winner chicken freaking dinner, right? $712,000. So if you scroll and you highlight basically all of these, they all kind of go together. The 400s, they made about what, 3.8 mil on those suckers. So can you dig it? All right. So, and then again, they bought a call. These are the little insurance plays. They made 15 cents, 15 cents. Not much. Those were overall like a loss. But again, they're just insurance. You know, we just consider them backup if needed. And clearly they were not needed. But at least we ran away with a little chump change here and there. You know, we got about 52,000. So it's all good. It's all good. Here's another insurance play, another 15 cents. So good. All right, let's see what we got here. 4,000 contracts on the 400. Again, they made about 1.2 mil on that trade, so you can't complain there. Scrolling down, they closed the 417.50. Obviously, that's even higher than the 400, right? We paid about 8. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is the this is the buy call. My bad. They got 18 cents when they closed that one. Obviously, it shows as a loss because again, it costs more to open to pay for than they got to close it. But again, we have to kind of treat these as insurance, and that's it. That's the only way to do it, because that's really what they are. They're just there. You know, if we get blown through early on in the play. And then down here, you can see kind of the new trades. Look at, if you use activity date, I have activity date in the far left column, 6/17. Obviously, these are all the new trades. They opened one, and I can double check it. So if you go here, short sale, where is it? Because I was kind of confused. They did open one with a 620. Here it is. See, 620. So they did have 1,500 contracts with a 620 expiration. Okay, all good, right? 387.50, 3% out of the money. But the other ones, you'll notice they expire next week. So they were able to go get a little more premium and go a little further out of the money, right? Because you can see obviously the credits of $4 and greater, and the out of the money, yeah, I mean 4, 5, 6% out of the money. But we'll see how that holds up, and we'll check it out in the holdings tab as well. Outstanding shares, yes, there was an increase of about 1.1 mil. So that's whatever. That's good, right? Growing fund. That's fine with me. MSTY, $20.85. That's what it closed at. MSTR, 375.18. 30-day IV. We spoke about that, but it's about 51%. Outstanding shares, 227 mil. Total net income, 73 mil. Total distribution, 32 cents. Total daily income, 2 cents a day. Total daily yield, 0.1%. And if you annualize that sucker, yeah, 35%. Is that bank, bruh? Not really, because our IV is 51 and we're getting 35, but whatever, man, whatever. Guess what, guys? Guess what? Once we close out the rest of the trades this week, and we hopefully win those as well, we'll get more credit, and we'll probably have a higher yield. So stay tuned for that. All right. Again, yesterday being the 16th, we're going to compare the various competitors. So if we first look, I'm assuming MSTR did not buy more Bitcoin, but if they did, someone can feel free to let me know. Ed got a Stanley Cup. Sorry, off track a little. To keep, yeah, I hate the freaking to-go mugs. No, man, I need a heater because I like my coffee steaming as hot. Plus, it's for home, so I could see the big ass mug Stanley crap, which is what are they, $50 a mug, something stupid. But you know, if I'm on the go, but if I'm just chilling on the desk, I want a little heater. And so far, I don't know. I'm not so sure if it's heating, but MSTR went down 1.85% yesterday. MSTY went down 1.33. Winter did what it's supposed to. It went up when MSTR went down, but it only went up 0.93%. IMST went down 1.43%. So again, it went down more than MSTY. MST, as expected, again with their leverage, they went down 2.76%. And then MS2 went down more than both IMST and MSTY at 1.74%. So MSTY did take the win yesterday. So congrats to MSTY. All right. Reaction. I kind of made a post on X the other day or yesterday, last night, late. Whether the market is green today, whether the market is red today, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right. Why doesn't it matter? Because again, we make money in both directions and we can use it. Well, the way I speak of it is trading options. But you can think of it, you know, on your own, right? Because if you just buy YieldMax funds, you buy it on red days. On green days, you just chill and you make money, right? You can make money on red days if you buy the dip, you buy the discount, you get better yield on cost. For me, I sell puts on red days, and on green days, I sell calls. And that's pretty much how it goes. But anyway, you don't care about that. Group D declares July 2nd. All right, here's the payment information. So if we start thinking about what are we getting paid, if we look at the synthetic, it's of no use because it has a, you know, huge loss so far during the 4-week cycle. So we will focus on how much we made selling calls on a weekly. And that's about 73.2 mil. That comes to about 32 cents per share. If you scroll down here, suckers, the Rodometer says, all things being equal, that would be a 61-cent distribution, which would be a 38% yield, which again, they're not paying you 38%. Don't worry, don't freak. But they could pay you 51%, which would be 82 cents. And yeah, that sucks. But hey, man, what do you want? Low IV environment. All right, so if we go to the MSTY holdings, before we get into the synthetic, we said we're covering the calls. All right, and I did not pull up Market Watch because, again, this morning did not. My alarm was set for 5 a.m. I was like, you know, happy to sleep an hour later, but it said 5 a.m. on the weekends. Apparently, I did not catch that. So yeah, I'm a little, I'm not quite awake. Sorry to tell you. So the craziness, my singing, my this, my that, the chaos may happen later towards the end of the video as I wake up. So if we go here, we add this freaking thing to the spreadsheet here. MSTR is down in the pre-market, barely. It's down 0.45%. So let's just keep that in mind. What's it at again? It's at 373. Okay, that's fine. All right. So what do we got left? Anything in red that has an expiration date for next week, June 27th. So we're not really going to talk about that. We're going to talk about these four. We got 4 strikes, the lowest of which is 387.50. It's still 3.28% out of the money. So they do have a lot of wiggle room. The highest strike is at 395, 5.28% out of the money. Ooh, maybe it is hot. All right, I think it is working. So are we safe? Possibly. Again, we have today and we have Friday. Markets closed Thursday. So I don't know, man. You never know. And then you got this little insurance policy that they left us a little insurance that expires for this week. It's a 420, your favorite holiday. It's probably not going to be worth a damn, but it's just chilling. It's still chilling. All right. So let's check this out right here. How we doing on the synthetics? We talked about it already, but again, we got 2 370s and we got a 380. I wouldn't necessarily call them gold diggers. They're just, just chilling, hanging out, having a grand old time. What are the synthetics worth net altogether? About 20 cents per share. So nothing to really scream in the hills about, nothing to get too excited about, nothing to say, all right, we're making bank, bro, because we're not. We're just making blah. Yeah, we're making blah, bro. The value of the MSTY fund is about 4.7 mil. The NAV is 2083, trade price 2085. Total synthetic contracts I show to be about 126,000. Total contracts selling calls on. They're selling calls on about 79%. We'll round that up to 80%, which means 20% of the shares or the synthetic position is uncappity-doo-dah. So if we do get blown through on the remaining strikes, 20% will not, and they will gain the full upside, right? Which is pretty damn sweet. Credit call spread, again, that's the insurance play we talked about, but it's just whatever. All right, IMST, how you doing? Well, no, I didn't think they made any trades because I didn't have to move anything around. But again, basically similar strategy. We know that they hold synthetic and they sell calls. They have 3 strikes for, where is it? Over here, the remainder of the week. They're, they look to be in a much better spot if MSTR does have a lot of upside throughout the rest of the week, because their lowest is a 390, 3.95% out of the money, but their highest is a 410, 9.28% out of the money, which is pretty damn good. So we'll see how that plays out and how it goes. Again, their total, let's see, their total synthetic, how many synthetic positions? Am I adding that right? 310, 1411, 176. Did I get the 239? Yeah, I did. Okay. So that's 2,136 contracts on the synthetic and then 1,750 on the calls. So I'm showing that they're trading about 80%, again, similar to MSTY. So they're keeping 20%. Again, I think this is what I didn't dig too much, but it looks like that's what they're doing. And they declare again, it looks to be next week. So we'll see what that is. I'll throw out a guesstimate for fun as we get closer. Why not, right? Why not? It's what it's all about. We're all about having fun. Let's not take this all too serious, guys. We just want to make money and have fun. All right, that's it. Don't take anything too serious in life here. It's just chill, relax. Why was your distribution off? Who gives a crap? How about that one? Who gives a crap? All right, anyway, let's take a look at the MST. Do we care about MST? I guess we do, right? They got what? Of course, I didn't update it correctly because I didn't scroll up. That would help. All right, so the buy call moves. So we're going to unhighlight that. So again, what are they holding? They have a swap. What is a swap? I'm not getting into that. You feel free to Google it. But basically, kind of a way to capture the movement of the underlying with 2 parties. All right, that's all I'll say. Anyway, and then they're buying a call here, buying a call there, buying a call there, buying a call there. So obviously the buy call, that would capture the upside piece. And we'll see, they utilize that in order to sell calls, which they are down here. And these sold calls, well, that's the buy call. These here, they expire Friday, 1, and 3% out of the money. This one also expires Friday too. Again, I don't know why these become so out of order. It's kind of annoying actually, but I wish they can get their sorting game on to make this easier. I'm going to ignore these numbers for now because I didn't track it. And then they declare the 24th. That's their next declaration. They declared yesterday though, the 17th. They declared 27 cents, right? And I calculate that to be a 93% yield, right? What is this guess? Why is my guesstimate not working now? Oh, because the cut. So I need this for the guesstimate. See, I screwed up. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. So I got buy calls. Let me fix that formula, E4. Bear with me, people. And then we got the sell calls. That's picking up the right amount. So we got 80%. That's covered. So my guesstimate would, we got to juice up the guesstimate. That's the problem. The first one's okay, but these 70%, my guesstimate's showing it to be 70 and that's 93%. Does that seem high? Is that what their website shows? You guys know? But I don't know, man. It's a pretty nice yield, right? All right, sip of coffee. Oh, now it's like super hot. You hear that? Probably not. Anyway, yeah, Investopedia, exactly. That's what I do. Anyway, let's move on from MST. Let's go to MS2. This is the Rec Shares one. What do they do? Again, similar, but they just sell calls on 50%. That way, 50% is not capped. And then how do you know that? Well, if you count the synthetics, which obviously I did not update this formula either. They have 16 plus 240. So that's F9 plus F6, right? That would be 256 synthetic positions. They're selling calls on 128. So obviously they're selling calls on about 50% of their position, as they said they would, right? And they declared already, they declared on the 16th, and their yield, again, it shows 70%, but we got to give it time to have a few more payments. I think it's going to be a little higher than that. All right, so that's the update on MSTY. All right, hopefully that made sense. If you guys have any questions, feel free to bring them up. I'll try to keep an eye out. All right, so let's move on to the other trades, the other funds that we cover. One of which is T to the S to the L to the Y. Right, this is the OG. This is the first fund. This in OARC was the first fund to ever come out for YieldMax. You know, way back in my day when it came out. Right. So what did they do yesterday? Buy to close 46 cents. Strike price was 347. They're at what, 316. So what do you think? Yeah, they won. They won. And they're selling calls into next week. So they're pretty much done with this short ass week. Kind of an annoying week, to be honest. So they're moving on and they're making bank, hopefully. Let's go to the file and take a look though. So Tesla for the day, it went down 4%. TSLY only went down about 2.95. So that's fine. That's good. That's all fine and dandy. How's their synthetic doing? Well, I don't know, man. Let's see. We got a 320. That's 335. That's suckety doodah, and a 340. So what does that mean, man? If we look here, you know, the synthetic is worth negative. Is it a gold digger? Well, it expires a month away, right? So our worst one is the 340, which is our largest position, right? And that's kind of far away. It's 7.5%. I would say it's borderline. Not enough for me to sing. Sorry, guys. I thought about it, but it's not quite the gold digger yet. You know, if Tesla goes down today, there could be some singing tomorrow morning on TSLY, because man, oh man, she gonna be a gold digger. She just wants our money. What can we do, man? It is what it is. It's your own fault. You committed to that. So it is what it is, like we say. All right, so let's look at TSLY. What kind of trades they got left over? Well, they have a lot of trades, and we can't even get them in the same freaking screen. That's how many trades they got. So what do they have left, though, for the week? They have a 330. They have a 332. They have a 335, 337, 340, 342, 50, 345, 347, 50. So they are what? Scatterdy-doo. All right. They are anywhere from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9% out of the money. Pretty good. They got insurance plays. Probably don't need it. Right. Doubt Tesla's going up that much this week. Right. Everything's like, you know, down and dreary. It's like, blah. Even if we're green, it's like we're barely green. So who knows, man? We'll see how the week goes. But I don't think. The problem is, though, we have a holiday in between. You know, anything can happen. So it's like a little short weekend in between. Any type of news can just come out and bam, 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 good or bad. All right. So what else? Yeah, they got one trade. This is what they opened for next week. 700. That's it. 700 contracts. Yeah, 500, 200. Okay. Makes sense. All right. Let's move on. Let's scroll to the bottom. That's where we go. Down here. All right. The value of the fund is 1.1 bill. The NAV is 814. Trade price 814. Synthetic on the paper is worth negative. So they are a loser. All right. 30-day IV of Tesla, 62.7%. IV estimate based on that, 39 cents. Income estimate. No. Nope. No. All right. Group A declares when? 21 days away on July the 9th. So stay tuned for that. NVDA, which declares today de doodah. Guess what? What are they paying? I don't know. Who cares, right? Who cares? Just kidding. Everyone cares. All right. Did NVIDIA had a trade? Let's see. If you scroll down, what's the next one we're talking about? Well, not NVIDIA. So the next one is actually SMCY. The SMCY shuckers are the next one. So we'll just go through NVIDIA real quick, and then we'll go through CONY, and then we'll talk about the SMCY trades. All right, NVIDIA, how you doing? Well, yesterday they went down about 0.4%. NVIDIA went down 0.12%. So not bad, not bad, not bad at all. All right, how's their synthetic doing? Pfft, sweet, brother. They have a 120 and a 130. NVIDIA's at 144. So yeah, that thing is making freaking bank, bro. You know, bank, brah, bank, brah. All right. Anyway, let's see what kind of freaking trades we got left. We have a 145. That's our lowest strike price. It is 0.61% out of the money. It is barely out of the money. We are debating on putting our cap on today. Is NVIDIA in the red? I don't know. We forgot to look at Tesla's pre-market. You guys got to remind me. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, Cletus. All right, Tesla. Come on. Seriously. They are up. Wow, they're up 0.62%. Yeah, a little green there. All right. NVIDIA, we kind of don't want you to be up, NVIDIA, but we'll check anyway. Yeah, you're up. You're up 0.29%. They are at 144.54 as we speak. That's still under the 145. So if they close Friday at 144 and they wait to close the position, yeah, that's still a win. It's a win. But they're not going to wait until the end of the day to close it. They'll typically close it, honestly, the Thursday and the Friday. So since we don't have a Thursday this week, guess what, man? Guess what? We don't have a Thursday this week. They may start closing a lot of these positions today. I would much rather prefer they close them all. I don't know. It depends, actually. What do you guys think? Should they start closing them today? Because we could have good or bad news on the Thursday, screwing everything up. So better to be safe than sorry. But I don't know. Either way, they have to open new positions. So damned if you do, damned if you don't, I guess. All right, the value of the NVIDIA fund is 1.6 bill. The NAV 16.45. Trade price, same thing. Synthetic, we said it's bank, and it is. It's worth $2.18 per share. So in your face. 30-day IV, 35.9%. IV estimate based on that, 45 cent. 45 cent income estimate. Why is it not working? Well, let's go to the group's value tab and check. Yep, it's out of line. So we'll delete that. We'll go here. No, it's not PLTY. Oh my God. No, they're not up yet. So we'll update that once they have income. But again, the income estimate resets for the Monday of declaration week. So anything that they make this week will count towards the following distribution. So that's why it's at 0. NVIDIA declares when? Today. Hello, today. Duh. All right. CONY didn't have a trade, so we're going to go down here. What's up, CONY heads? Any CONY heads in the house? Come on, show your cone head. All right, coin. How'd they do yesterday? They went down 3.04%. Oh my God. CONY went down 2.14%. So yeah, man, whatever. Green, red, whatever. Green, red. We'll take it. How's their synthetic doing? It's doing all right. It's got a 250. And expires August 18th. So we got time is on our side. Yes, it is. All right. So what are we doing? We're just waiting, man. We're waiting. The synthetic is just there to track the underlying, right? And it helps us. Sell calls. So how are our calls doing? These expire this week. They expire Friday. They expire in 2 trading days. We have a 255. It is 0.45% out of the money. That is not much wiggle room. Their highest strike is 270, 6.36% out of the money. So, hey, could be worse. Could be worse, certainly. Again, if their lowest strike is 255, what do you think the pre-market's doing? I don't know, man. Let's go check it out, baby. Let's go check it out. Coinbase, how you doing? They're up to 254.60. So we go over here. We go back to the sheet. 255. So it's all good. It's all right. You could finish the lyrics. All right. So down here, CONY fund 1.1 bill. The NAV is 797. Trade price 795. Synthetic is worth about 19 cents per share. So whatevs. 30-day IV 53%. IV estimate based on that 33 cents. Income estimate 6 cents. Group C declares next week. So judging on the data, nothing too exciting for next week. So, you know, all the CONY heads, I know, I can imagine the reaction next week. All the CONY heads are in the house. Look at them. They're all here. That's how we talk to each other, in case you guys are wondering what that noise is. That's how the CONY heads communicate. So let's keep going. We're going down to, guess what? The SMCY suckers, because we're all a bunch of sucker. You know, the working man's a sucker, right? What movie? All right. Anyway, let's go. Buy, call, sell, put. All right. We know. They're adding to the synthetic. Okay, great. And then they're selling a call for what? Friday? What? 45 strike, 5% out of the money. Hey, I'll take it. All right, let's go to the fund. All right, how did SMCI do yesterday? They went down. Everything freaking went down. SMCI went down 1.35%. SMCY went down 0.43%. So, hey, whatever. Again, just a kind of bland day. We'll take a little down action. Never hurt anyone, right? I saw another CONY head. There's a lot of CONY heads. How should I spell the noise we make? NEHHHHHHHHHH. How's that? All right, good. All right, let's go. Lego. All right, so SMCY, how you doing? Well, they got a 45 synthetic. It expires on August 15th. Okay, great. Is that good? Well, SMCI is at 43. It's under, but it's fine, man. It's fine. We got 2 months. 2 months. Let's look at the positions. Let's see if I updated everything. Yep, everything expires on Friday. The lowest of the lowest strike is a 43. It's 0.26% in the money. Okay. And then the next one is a 43.50, 0.9% out of the money. And then a 44.50 and a 45.50. All the way up to 5% out of the money. So are they safe? I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't. Well, let's check out the nerdiest of the nerd companies, see how they're doing in the pre-market. SMCI, super microcomputer. Up 0.39%. They are at 43.28, which is keeping this as a capity doodah. So we'll see. We'll see how the rest of the week goes. All right, the value of the SMCY fund is 196 mil. The NAV, 1931, trade price 1935. Synthetic on the paper is worth negative 30-day IV, 66%. IV estimate based on that, $1. I got a dollar. I got a dollar. I got a dollar. Hey, 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 hey. I got a dollar. I got a dollar. All right, anyway, income estimate, nothing. Anyway, worth the crap. And Group D declares we have 14 days. We still have 2 weeks for the SMCY suckers to make some bank, brah. But so far, it's been. So anyway, let's talk to the PLTY posse. You know, they're going to make some noise today. They're getting paid, and they're getting paid noise. In fact, I probably lowballed their guesstimate. But even if I didn't, that's still a lot of money. And I need a sip of coffee. So hold up. Okay, here we go. PLTY, buy call, sell put. What does that mean? It means they're adding to their synthetic position. Great. And then here, they're selling calls on that same position. Great. In the same week, June 20th expiration. Yeah, they're still buying a call, little insurance. Do they need it? Probably not. It's a short-ass week. But I guess, hey, you never know. And then here, interesting play, selling a call. They're selling the 148 now. And so they changed their mind. You know, they did buy a call at 48. They sold it, and then they bought it at 146. They didn't profit. They lost $6,000 in the process. But maybe they just changed their mind. Like, oops, I hit the wrong button. Oopsie. All right, let's go. Let's go to the file. Plater, how you doing? Hey, you went down 2.32% yesterday. PLTY went down 1.86%. So again, the ETF almost all the time beats the underlying when the underlying goes down. So how did these funds do in a bear market? They do better than the underlying. So how about that? So stop asking that question. How about that? People just ask that to be, I'm not going to say everyone, but a lot of the people that hate these funds, that's their thing. Well, let's see how they perform in the bear market. All right. Anyway, the value of the well, no, before the synthetic, actually, let's talk about the strikes. Sorry, I'm losing track, and see, I'm starting to lose it now. Now that I'm starting to wake up. All right, how we doing over here? Do we have anything for next week? Nope. Everything expires on Friday. So the lowest of the lowest strike is a 140. It's 1.3% out of the money, and the highest of the highest strike is 6.37% out of the money. So they got some wiggle room. The question though is pre-market. How you doing? Let's see, PLTR, right? Palantir Technologies Inc. They are up 0.58%. They are at 139. Is that good? Sure, barely up. That's fine. You know, don't move too fast, right? Just chill. So it works with me. I don't know about you guys. All right. So anyway, we were trying to talk about the synthetic. It's a 140. Palantir is now actually below that, but they just opened this. I know you guys may or may not recall that, but they just opened this, I believe, yesterday or the day before that. So it's a new position. It expires July 18th, so it is only a month away. So we'll see how it hangs in there. I'm not worried about PLTY. PLTY's always killing it, man. It's always killing it. All right. So what's the value of the PLTY fund? It's going to be a bill before you know it. It's going to be $1 billion fund. This is nuts. It's right now at 662 mil. It's going to surpass TSLY, and then it's going to surpass NVDA, and it's going to be GOAT number 2. I mean, it already is GOAT number 2, to be honest. But everything is going to be MSTY and PLTY. They are taking over. We are taking over. This channel is going to be MSTY and PLTY. Everything else is going to go. Well, I don't want to leave the CONY heads out either, right? Anyway, so what do we got here? 662 mil. The NAV 67.76. Trade price a little off. Whatever. Synthetic is in the negative. 30-day IV 55%. IV estimate based on that. Income estimate. Again, it's a new week. It's a fresh week, and of course, it's not updated properly. So let me fix it because we want to know. I want to know how much did PLTY make this week? They made 1102. That's only this week, guys. That is only this week. Do you believe it? Do you believe in miracles? Oh, come on, man. What the heck? It's picking up D23. We got to pick up 24. See what I'm dealing with? This is why I try not to update it once all the funds have activity. But yeah, man, look at, I got to throw the negative in there, flip the signage. There you go. How about that? How about that? All right. Coffee. This thing works. FYI update on my coffee warmer. It works. Hasn't blown up the house yet. So that's good. But yeah, income estimate 1102. They declare today. They declare in actually 14 minutes. We'll find out what they're going to pay, and we'll have a party from there. But until then, we will move to now my options plays because it's all about me, mine. Now that I have 219 of you, what is the website that posts the YieldMax distributions? I know, yes, they send an email, of course, but if I wanted to pull it up on the screen for you guys, I wanted to have that website. Coffee warmer brand. Looks like a crappy one. Let's see. Kitchek Shop. Seems crappy, but it works. I don't know. Wife ordered it on Amazon. But yeah. Oh, Global News Wire. Is that if I type that in, is that going to work? What's the actual website, though? Global News Wire. Is this it? I assume that's it. I don't know. All right, this guy wants us to predict the future. Yes, I sure as hell hope so. If not, we'll be on our own trading options. But don't worry, guys, we're learning how to do that. But yeah. All right. So no post on the distributions yet. So let's get to my options trades. All right. So for those of you new to the channel, welcome to the party. All right. And thank you for making it this long. Now, before we even move on, we did get a question from our friend, the other YouTuber who's going to blow up. He's about to get 1,000 subs. The ETF Inspector. All right, go check out his channel for real. If he's on here, ETF Inspector, it's time to shill your YouTube channel. Let's go. Let's go. All right. He has a question. Are you worried about wash sale rules with your strategy? Which I'm assuming he's talking about my option strategy, where pretty much I'm selling puts and selling calls all the damn time. So the answer is nope. Wash sale, obviously, you kind of take when you sell for a loss and then you buy back sooner than you should. Typically, it's a year-end issue that the brokers can, get you on this stupid wash sale rule. I tried to worry about it last year. And in fact, like, I screwed it up. But I changed the settings in my brokerage to sell the lowest cost basis first. It's not first in, first out. It's lowest cost basis first. So typically I would be profiting, assuming I'm doing decent, right? The lowest cost basis being the first one to go out. If I sell a call and the call gets assigned, obviously if that strikes above my lowest cost basis, it's going to be a profit anyway. I'm not taking a loss. So I'm not going to be too concerned about the wash sale rule, that being the case. Plus, again, I think it's an issue more towards the end of the year than early on in the year. But overall, no. But I did change that setting. That should be a setting that's available in most brokerages. I don't want to say all, but most brokerages. And that way you don't have to worry about that. I did that last year because, people freak you out. Oh, wash sale rule, and it's like another rule you have to worry about. It's like, oh, the day trading alert, day trading rule or something, Anyway, Skittles is going nuts here. He's saying hoping for 550. Yeah, that's doable for sure. Definitely. Yeah, taxes, whatever. Yeah, whatever with the taxes, man. The Ruckus loves ETF Inspector. All right, good. As you should. As you should. All right. I'm just going through some questions and comments. $1. LA Appliance, $1. I got $1. All right, let's get to the fun stuff here. So MSTY, no trades. Again, I own MSTY, and I own MSTY through selling puts. I did it actually as hot, in December. My first one was $33. Pretty pathetic, right? That's a terrible price to own it at. And then I kept selling puts in February, and I got assigned a bunch more. And then I sold a put in May, and I got assigned again. So my cost basis is $26.40 on my MSTY shares, which, yeah, it sucks because MSTY's at $20.85. But whatever, man. Since the lowest cost basis goes out, I can sell calls at 23, right? If MSTY goes to 23, I'll sell a call at 23. If MSTY's at 20.85, selling a call at 28.83 is not. Selling a call at 23 is not profitable. It's a load of suck, as we say. So I'm not doing it. Not doing it. It's not worth giving up my massive distro. All right. Anyway, we got 250 of you live. You guys rule. Thank you very much. All right. So thank you very much. All right. TSLY yesterday, not TSLY, TSLL yesterday. I closed a bunch of calls. As you may recall, I sold 3 calls on Monday. I closed them all yesterday. Why? That's the question. Why would you do that? Well, because the market went down yesterday. So the calls that I had, they were less valuable than they were the day before. The day before, like this one, it was a 15 strike. It was worth about 14 cents per share. So I did get that credit. I got that in my account, 14 bucks. It was only worth 4 cents per share yesterday since TSLL went down. So I decided to pay that to close it, leaving me with $10, and $10 is 71% of the total premium. Again, this was total premium for a 4-day contract, 4 trading day contract, which was, now I got $10, for a 1-day contract. So I got 71% of the profit in 1 day. So to me, that was worth it. And that's why I did it. And also another reason why I would do that is because in case TSLL decides to go up today or even Friday, then I can sell calls on these same shares within the same week. Because if I just let this expire, I won't be able to sell calls on these shares. Yeah, maybe it'll expire worthless, and maybe I don't have to pay that 4 cents. But you know what? Maybe, like I said, maybe I could sell calls at an even better strike and collect them even more income. It could be a lost opportunity. So these are tough decisions you have to make when you're trading options yourself. Some people, they don't want to bother, and I completely get it. It's a lot too much to think about sometimes. But I don't know. I love options. I love this. Like, this is fun. I'm a math guy too, though. So, this is like numbers and all this crap is fun to me. I much prefer, of course, doing options on my own. I'm not saying I'm not even remotely close to any of the YieldMax traders. These guys are like professionals. I'm just a schmuck that knows how to do a few things. I just know what I need to. That's pretty much it. All right. And that's the extent of it. And that's how I'm keeping it. Obviously, once I'm retired from my full-time job, yeah, I'm going to become a little more in-depth options trader, and obviously spend more time with you guys talking about it. Hopefully you can educate more too. That's my goal. Obviously I'm educating now mainly on the ETFs from what I know, but options is really, this is going to be a long-term options and dividend channel, of course, but I just love talking about options. Anyway, moving on to the next trade. As you may recall, I sold a call $13. It was a degen play because it was only 0.85% out of the money at the time. Yesterday, as you know, TSLL went down. So this was worth 64 cents per share when I got that credit. So it was only worth 27 cents yesterday. So guess what? The degen play, I cashed that sucker out. I took 57% profit in 1 day, and I ended up with 37 bucks, right? Look at the yield on that. If you think about how much I made within 1 day for how much I put up, yeah, that's worth it. To me, that is absolutely worth it. So why the hell not? Yeah, retire on options, exactly. But I don't know. To me, I could make another channel, but would that be pointless? Right now, I definitely can't because I just combine everything. Long term, I don't know. Don't know. I don't know. All right. Anyway, the other call was a 14. Again, it was worth about 25 cents on the Monday, and that's the credit I got. And then I had to pay 9 cents yesterday to close it. I kept 64% of the profit. So again, I now have 300 additional shares that I can sell calls on this week. That's the beauty of it. And you saw the profit. I kept a lot of profit. And guess what? Since the market was going down, guess what I'm able to do? Sell puts, baby. So don't sing it, bring it. All right. So what did I do? Well, this one I did on 6/16. On yesterday, I only sold one put. Kept it simple. I chose an $11 strike. I went a little higher, actually. 10% out of the money. All right. Delta was 0.26, so it's above the 0.2 I'm used to. But again, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I got about 45 cents per share, or $45. That was a yield of 149%. Again, the goal of this account, the one I'm trading in, is a 50% yield on all of the money. Some of the money sits idle, so you have to keep that in mind. So the fact that I'm yielding 150% on this individual transaction helps the overall yield of the account. So that's good. That is a good thing. All right, so that's the update on. Oh, I did close this one up here as well. It was a $17 strike. This one cost a penny though. So again, I opened up another 100 shares. So 400 additional shares. So how many calls are open? I got a $16 strike, and that's it. So I think I'm only trading, should say 100 down here. No, it says 200. Let me double check. One. Oh no, I got two. Okay. There's another call. Oh yeah, the 11. This was the one that was I had to keep rolling. But It's all good. It's all good. All right, let's check the price of T to the S to the L to the L. Let's go there. It is up to 0.84%. So if it stays green, yes, you damn right, I am selling calls. All right, sound good? Hopefully it goes up more, though. I would like to go up more. But if it doesn't, whatever, man. Whatever you say. Whatever, whatevs. All right, so anyway, how much money have I made on TSLL for the week? We have made about $125. All right, assuming I'm picking up everything I need to. Let's see. Yep, okay. So I made $125 on TSLL, and I have 600 shares that I could sell calls on. That's good. That's a good thing. TNA, what did I do yesterday? I sold a call and I sold a put. I sold a call. TNA, honestly, it barely moved yesterday. But I sold a call at 35 into next week, 11% out of the money, 0.15 delta, and paid me about 26 bucks. I sold a put, which I chose a 26 for next week. It paid me about 22 bucks. So in the end, I made about $139 on TNA. Total weekly income, $264. Sorry, I'm rushing, but I know they're going to announce the distribution in a second. So I need 87 more dollars to meet my goal, my weekly goal of 351. I'll probably make that today, and that way I could chill on the Friday and not make any trades if I don't need to. So, all right. So here's, it's distribution time. Let's get talking about it. We got the guesstimates right here. Let's go to the press announcement email or website or whatever the hell it is, and hit refresh. Didn't work. Let me check my email on my phone. Nothing yet. You guys see anything yet? So what's going on? Any questions while we chill? I drink my coffee and we wait. What's up, health and wealth? 229 peeps. Pretty good, right? Go check out Health and Wealth's YouTube channel, guys. I know he's got a goal this is a year, 10,000 subs. I forget. Let us know. They slept in today. Hit the like. Casey Karch. I don't recognize this name. Welcome. All right, let's go. Let's go, baby. Refresh again. Keep refreshing. Keep refreshing. All right, we're now a minute past due. So what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, tell me what's going on. Yeah, what's going on? All right. Nope, no update. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Effort. Rod number one. Thank you, Rod L. You're number one, though. You're the number one Rod. Because your name is actually Rod. So I don't want to take your name. All right. Angel is learning a lot of stuff. Well, that's good. That's good. That's cool. That's cool. All right. That's the goal, right? If I teach someone, even one person, one thing a day, that's a win. PLTY 326. Where the hell are you seeing that? That's god awful. That's low. That's low. That's low. That's low. Oh man, this is I thought you guys said 650, right? We always say 655. Is that not true? Of course, when we wait for it, it's not true. It's annoying, actually. I rushed through my options for this. Pull up my guesstimates. Here's my guesstimates. Here. It's a bad old day. 326. Hope not. Yeah, I have 441. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Global has it. Oh, here they are. Okay, duh. Can I click it? What the hell? It's still loading. Wait. Loading. There you go. All right, so here are the payments. So we're just going to go from the top down. All right, So we'll start with NVDA. NVDA, where you at? Where you at, son? Where you at? Where you at? NVDA, 0.6721. 0.6721 for NVDA. Wow. What the hell? That is a low ball and low ball. Holy crap, that sucks. They did good, man. They could have paid more than that. But hey, it is what it is. Who's the next one up? And Phoebe. Phoebe's the next one up. Make sure. Yes, this is June 18th. All right. Phoebe, 0.5363. All right, let's go. 0.5363. All right, that was a little more than expected, so that's good. Let's go to JPMO. How you doing? JPMO, where you at? 0.774. Okay, that's fine, right? That's fine. Wait, no, was it 2.774? I can't read anymore clearly. Yeah, 0.2774. All right, great. Who's next? Murney. How you doing, Murney? All right, Murney is 0.19. Nice and simple, short and sweet. 0.19, greater than we thought. That's great. GDXY, how you doing? They got 0.8449. That's good payment, right? 0.8449. That's actually really good payment. That's almost double what we thought. That's a 68% yield. Murney's 102% yield. Wow. Okay. Up next, your boy Bebo. How you doing, Bebo? 0.4314. 0.4314. All right, that's kind of in line. Babo, 35% yield. That's aight. All right, the long-awaited PLTY. Let's see how you doing. Where are you, PLTY? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Way on the. Yeah, that's true, man. Oh my God, only 326. That is a surprise. 326. Glad I didn't estimate over $5 because you just feel like they're gonna pay $5, but hey, they pay what they pay. Coffee's still hot, so the thing works. So PLTY paying 326. That is a 62% yield. If you look at their IV is 55%. So it's still more than their IV. So it's still a good payment. All right, let's go look at Marrow. Marrow always pays good, $1.20, 1.2073. So we go over here now, 1.2073, a little less than what we had guesstimated, but they're paying a 70% yield, very respectable. And then we'll go to dips. Dippity-doo-da, dippity-day, dip, 0.2922. All right, let's plug that sucker in, 0.2922. And that, oh, what happened? Right here, that is a 45% yield. Kind of in line with what we thought. We are who we thought they were. Exactly. Why? All right. Anyway, let's go to the weeklies. Okay. So YieldMax, we'll start with you suckers. Bunch of suckers. All right. Probably at the top. I think they throw the weeklies at the top. Yep. There's Chippity Doodah and the others. All right. So where's YieldMax? YieldMax 0.1424. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So this, they added, yep. So this is a new section. It's equal 0.1424, right? Right? Is that it? 0.1424? I don't know. My memory's broken. 0.1424. YMAG 0.1691, right? 0.1691. Okay. Again, these are kind of YieldMax. The week prior was 18 cents, so 14 cents is a decrease. YMAG was 17 cents, so 16 cents, also a decrease. All right, let's look at LFGY. What are they paying? They're paying about 0.4684. All right, is that good? I don't know. 0.4684. Let's see. 0.4684. Plug that in. Last payment was 0.47. Yeah, so that's in line. That's okay. GPTY 0.3226. Okay, we'll take it. Equals 0.3226. Boom, boom, boom. All right, their last payment was 30 cents. So this is an increase, a slight increase from the last payment. SDTY, how you doing? 0.22, 0.2233. All right, that's good, right? 0.2233. That is a barely decrease from the prior payment, but it's in line, which is good. Consistency is always good. QDTY is 0.2342. All right, that's pretty cool. 0.2342. I wish I could do this every week. It just sucks that normally it's my office day. QDTY, that was a slight decrease from the last payment, but that's okay. RDTY, how you doing? 0.3265. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. 0.3265. That is an increase. That is a 2-cent increase from the prior payment. ULTI, everyone's favorite ULTI, probably 8 cents, right? Yep, 8 cents. 0.0875. That one's the easiest to guess. 0.0875. All right. And last but not least, your friend Chippity-doo-dah, Chippity-day. Chip, chip, chip. What a wonderful day. 0.4056. Great. All right, great. 0.4056. Okay. So that is in line with the last payment. So that's good. Again, it's good to be in line with the previous payment. So those are your numbers, man. Your numbers. All right, let me check out some comments. A bunch of smart asses online today. Let's see what we got here. Let's see the reactions. Oh man, there's a lot of comments. I can't keep up. Yeah, NVDA. Steele says boo-hoo. My true serenity says yuck. All right. Skittles needs his PLTY and NVDA dividend to pay his mortgage and car note. Skittles, did they pay it this time around? Let us know. Backyard says yikes. Mono says damn it. Yeah, I know. We're all upset of a massive distribution. But man, the overall market implied volatility is also down. Keep that in mind. Yeah, you're right, Brandon. Back to earth this week. You know, wake up, people, right? Morning, Kieran. I know it's probably early for you, right? They are lowballing. Nah, we're just highballing it, right? We're just highballing it. All right. Video question. Why you no guess no good? Because I suckity-doo-dah, suckity-day. Suck. What a wonderful day. Apparently, we are not. Yes. No, we are not. I am not retired on dividends. My name is retired on dividends, but I am not yet retired on dividends. You got your keyword, Rod Lowball. All right. All right. So I'm caught up on the comments, I think, right? I'm caught up. So the highlight was we have what, 242 of you. I'm going to end this video here. But the highlight is PLTY paid 326 and NVDA paid 67. So you guys are right. The keyword is appropriate to be low balling. All right. Anyway, as always, this is not financial advice, guys. I am not a financial advisor, and this video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, then guess what? We'll try again tomorrow. All right. Will I be live tomorrow? Yeah, probably. So try to join me 6 a.m. and we'll have a party. All right. Oh, wait. Tomorrow the market's closed too. So I'll have to do a Friday recap on the Friday. Or you guys can let me know. Let me know what you want me to talk about on Friday morning's video, now that I think about it. All right, if you guys enjoy this content, please hit the like button. If you have any questions or concerns, leave them down below. If you have a question for the video that you want me to answer for the video, then type in video question followed by your question. All right, easy enough, right? Easy enough. All right, we're a little over an hour, so I went a little longer than I wanted to. But I just wanted to say, guys, thank you for watching. If you made it this far in the video, now you get to prove it to everyone. and everyone will be so proud of you that you made it through an entire video, me included. But of course, you know, Mono, Skittles, all these guys, you know, and gals, they will be so proud of you. Kevin, Sour Kiss, Steele, Kieran, Brother, True Serenity, TNA, everyone's going to be so proud of you that you made it to the end of the video. So today's keyword that you have to type down in the comments below is low ball. All right, low ball or low balling, because we got low balled, right? We got paid a little less than we thought we got paid, or we were gonna get paid, you know. But hey, whatever, man. It's still a freaking hell of a yield, so we're still grateful, right? So today's keyword is low ball. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope everyone has a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll talk to you tomorrow. You're only a day away.